now your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
A 74-degree air temperature. We have a dew point value coming in at 73, so pretty close together. And when you get temperature and dew point within a couple of degrees of one another, you have very high relative humidity, as we do now, 97%. We have also a northeast wind coming in today at about 5 miles per hour. The little northerly component to the wind, signature that the frontal boundary north of us will be pushed into the North Florida, where it will eventually just stall out across north central Florida before bringing us any cooler air. But we may get a little extra cloud cover out of it. We'll go with about a 10% chance of an afternoon shower or so. Again, not much better than we've had over the last several days, when we've had really only isolated showers around. Yesterday, we saw one lone shower kind of move through with hardly any noticeable rainfall. No thunderstorm activity in our area anywhere close to us. And that, I think, will be the case through the afternoon. No showers to break the heat. And the heat will be on, no doubt about that. Titan radar across the entire peninsula, pretty quiet right now. But to the north of us, you can see this thin line of showers out into the Atlantic waters. That's part of the frontal boundary trying to sink southward. It may bring an isolated shower or scattered shower to Jacksonville and Gainesville, but that's about as far south as you're going to see anything significant. The front itself kind of extends through the deep south and meanders back toward the coastline of Texas, where it's going to produce more rainfall today in already flooded areas. Flash flood watches are still up for west central Texas. And I think we'll probably watch a little bit of that rain shower activity start to abate over the next 24 hours. And that because the frontal boundary sinking southward will kind of pull the tail into that front a little bit closer to us, reducing the uplift back in Texas. This front is really not going to bring us any cooler air. It stalls out, washes out, returns to the north as it washes out as a warm front. So we stay in the warm, muggy air here. We will get some changes coming up, but not until the weekend, when another front, not on the map quite yet, comes southward and brings us a little bit of a wind shift and some slightly cooler air that returns us to weather that's kind of more typical for this time of year. I shouldn't say return us because we haven't been there yet, but gets us to weather that's a little more typical for this time of year. In the mid-80s, which will be kind of nice compared to the 90s where we have been. Warm weather continues again today, mostly dry skies. Cooler, though, on Sunday with that next front coming through. You can see some of those cooler temperatures across the Northeast. It is beautiful back toward areas of Boston, stretching through Toronto, Cleveland, Chicago, all in the 30s for morning lows, but daytime highs in the afternoon coming in the 70s and 60s. So very pretty leaf change underway there. It's really nice conditions. We'll continue to watch that chance of thunderstorm across central Florida today as the front sinks south, but that's really going to be mostly for North Florida. I don't think we'll see a whole lot of activity around here, even though we are identified by the Storm Prediction Center. That's because this dry air aloft. We've been showing this for days now, and nothing's really changing. This tan color showing that dry air locked in place, preventing any kind of widespread shower activity for us. Winds will be generally out of the northeast. Nice day for boating out there. Should be pretty 2-foot seas, light chop, nice wind blowing. 10% chance of a shower today with a high of 92. Same thing tomorrow. Don't think there's much of a chance of showers tomorrow as the front kind of washes out. Saturday, same thing. We'll look for temperatures in the 90s. But then as we head into Sunday, we'll start to lower our temperature as another frontal boundary starts to approach. Moves through, actually. Stalls to our south with a chance of rain. Monday's pretty quiet. Tuesday, the front starts to lift back north across our region and starts to raise our temperature once again.